Alright everyone, new Jurassic World Rebirth figures have been revealed. I know, we already got so many today. How can more be here? Well, they are, thanks to Beyond the Gates. We have Spinosaurus, D-Rex, which came from like a toy shop website. We'll get to it, don't worry. But yes, this Spinosaurus set, very cool to see because it's a new pattern on the Spinosaurus. We're just missing one of the Spinos from the movie now. And the characters Henry Loomis and Zora Bennett all have a different shirts and clothes, basically. It's very cool to see. But then, yes, you're probably very curious about the D-Rex toy. It has revealed somehow, and we have a description for it. It reads, faithful finish to the design of the Jurassic World Rebirth movie. Built-in head snarl for an impressive effect. Dual function, raw with bite and sideways arm movement. Movable joints for varied poses and battles. Contents 1x DISTORTIS Rex figure, so that's its name. Dimensions 55.9 L centimeters. Battery requirements, you know the rest. We also have the Titannosaurus. Now, we saw more images of it today, but we once again get another look at it. The box is very cool, very similar to the Brachiosaurus. One way is the landscape, one is wide, and just cool to see, you know, long. And then, but yeah, this Titannosaurus is just incredible. Seeing two of them, you know, I don't think this toy will get revealed until like wave 2, maybe, but we'll have to wait and see. It's very exciting for it to be appearing nonetheless, and it is Target exclusive. However, we also have super colossal Mosasaurus. So this one, very interesting. You know, it's not entirely accurate to mainline size, although it's the closest we've got from Mosasaurus size in terms of, you know, a kaiju Mosasaurus. Very cool to see. But yeah, this is all just so exciting, and because we had a ton of toy reveals today, that video is probably going to get hidden because of this one, so I'm going to talk about them all again. So I completely missed putting these in my videos because I was too, you know, rushing ahead to get the video out that these were revealed later on. We have more images of the Purrusaurus and Chilantaisaurus, so very cool to see. I love this Purrusaurus so much. The blue patterns, it could almost be pulled off as a Dinosaurus, but who knows. Yeah, I feel like it could have been a bit chunkier in the nose and stuff for Purrusaurus, but nonetheless, it is just such a cool beast, and I'm so happy it's getting a figure. But then Chilantaisaurus, we get more looks of it. So we've got that red under the neck. We've got mostly dark grays on the back, and then the head is more of a lighter gray leading on in to the body. I think it's really cool, and obviously, you know, gigantic Thrashers, they've got the movement, you can move them around, but they don't have sounds, you know, because wild roars normally have the sounds, gigantic Thrashers have the movements, and then normally the next creature above has sounds and movements just to keep improving again and again. We have Zora Bennett and Velociraptor human pack that was revealed with pictures. However, that wasn't it, because we also had the reveal that Duncan Kincaid is going to be packaged with the Velociraptor, and we also know that Reuben Delgado will be packaged with the Parasaurolophus. We assume this is just the Dominion Para, like that was packaged with Owen, and also Henry Loomis should be getting packaged with a baby Pteranodon on Quetz, I think. But anyway, Titannosaurus is up here, looking very nice and neat. Although, wait, we should probably be talking about the Devour T-Rex as well, because that also got revealed through images, the Power Devour T-Rex, and also the Lab Lockdown T-Rex. So very cool to see, and you know, credits to Brennan the Paleo Dude. I think most of the images come from them, but it was being shared around by Jake the Snake and Jurassic Geek, but still cool to see nonetheless. And we have the scan code for it. By the way, if you want more scan codes, we have a ton in the Discord. I think we have well over 10, maybe even over 15. But yeah, here we have Achillobator. When I first saw this, I thought it was the reveal of the second mutant. I'm like, that's really similar to the mutant drawing I did, you know, over on the weekend, because it's got a sort of beak-like structure and then a lot of feathers, especially with that tail. That's kind of what I drew. And even on the back, it's got a bit of feathers. So, you know, maybe this is an unmutated version of the mutant, and maybe normally it's meant to be, you know, Achillobator. But we also have Nanotyrannus, so this is like a, you know, offspring of Buck, like he's been getting around, you know. It's like a hybrid of Blue and Rexy, except it's got way more blue. So yeah, obviously, and if you look at it, it's got the iguana, like scoots on it as well. So it could be passed off as like the Rebirth T-Rex's child, which I think is really interesting. It's very unique, But yeah, it's cool to see, and these are probably the best strike attacks that were revealed today, because we also have Herrerasaurus, and this is the old model. I don't even think it's the newer Dino Trackers one. We're devolving back. You know, I guess that's kind of what this movie is, right? We're showing off mutants that are like the previous step. So we're getting a mutant Herrerasaurus, technically. But yeah, still kind of cool. It does have the similar colors to the Mattel D-Rex, so very interesting to see that. But we do also have another strike attack, which is the Zuniceratops. This one is actually fully remodeled. I missed this in my video because normally when I do the videos, I just have a checklist of stuff I want to talk about, and I don't have the actual pictures in front of me. I just try to memorize it. But I've done the video, so now I'm just playing the video in the background. But yeah, it's got red on the frill, a bit of dark gray, and then mostly light gray. But yeah, it is a whole new model. So wonder why. I don't think it will appear in the series, considering, you know, Dino Tracker Herrerasaurus remodel didn't, but we'll have to see. Anyway, Beipiaosaurus. I probably butchered that really badly just then, even worse than I did in the morning, but I haven't got the name in front of me. Either way, you can pretend it's like a juvenile Therizinosaur of sorts or something if you want to do that. You can also use the Imaginext ones, which, by the way, there are new Imaginext figures that were shown. Hopefully I showed them earlier on in the video. There was a whole pack, like Titannosaurus with the iguana spikes and whatnot. It was very cool. But we also have Ceoptera, another frenzy pack. So I believe these are the two main new frenzy packs, all of wave 2. Most of these are wave 2. What we've had revealed previously is basically all just wave 1. But yeah, it's crazy how much stuff is getting revealed right now. I do think Titannosaurus and D-Rex are quite likely to be wave 2, even though it's now up on, you know, the Target website. But it depends. How long will it be delayed until it ships out, you know? I feel Titannosaurus will have to wait for just a little bit. And then we have the Archaeornithomimus, which is very interesting. They've made it look very troodonted, like almost a carnivore. Whereas, you know, it's an insectivore, omnivore. So very interesting, and looks very different from Gallimimus and stuff, where it should look similar. If you've played Jurassic World Evolution 2, it is in that game. It's also referenced in the movies, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, it looks way more similar to Gallimimus in the games, but here, very, very unique looking. Anyway, we also have the Minqaria, very cute, new little hadrosaur. I don't think we've really gotten a proper small hadrosaur besides, like, you know, the Drysaurs like Iani Smithy and whatnot. But Minqaria is just so cute. Got that, you know, little crest on its head with the yellow coloring, the blues throughout the body, and the beige cream color underbelly. Looks very nice, very cute figure. Yeah, I'm surprised. Will we get more tiny hadrosaurs like Tyrannosaurus? We will have to wait and see. But Wild Roars, if I just skip to it, apologies, we do have Spiclypeus up first, which is very cool. So yes, Spiclypeus is a ceratopsian, and this one is painted like a bit of green sort of coloring. It is definitely interesting to see. And it's got like a beige underbelly once again. They always seem to have the beige sort of underbellies, which is interesting. But yeah, we don't have proper pictures for this, just one of a child playing with them to promote them. We do also have what is meant to be Euoplocephalus, but it looks very similar to Ankylosaurus. It's got that kind of browny, purple, crimson back with the red head and the yellow underbelly. It looks very much like an Ankylosaurus, and people are wondering, did they scrap Euoplocephalus to replace it with the, Rebirth Ankylosaurus? Because we know there's meant to be an Ankylosaurus in the movie. It was shown through the style guide, a whole new look. But yeah, maybe Euoplocephalus was replaced, unfortunately. We also do have Abelisaurus, which seems to have some sort of neck flap or spike under it, which I think is very interesting and cool. I like the blue on the back of it, then the black closer to the head, and then the red kind of underjaw. I think it's all very neat. I think it could probably be a bit better, but still, it is very awesome to see nonetheless. If you're collecting, Indominus Rex Indoraptor genomes, Abelisaurus is the one to get to, go with Rugops, Carnotaurus, and all that. And then up the back, speaking of Abelisaurus, we have Aucasaurus. Very interesting, there's 2 in wave 2 and they won't separate out. But I think this one looks really nice with the red on it, the kind of crimson, darker brown around its eyes, and the beige underbelly. And it's also got the, Abelisaur sort of horns. I know, like, Abelisaurus doesn't normally, but still very cool to see. Anyway, Make sure to watch up here if you're very excited for Rebirth stuff, and I will see you all later. Bye, everyone.